Introduce you to the candidates if you haven't already done so. On my right, right and your left. I always wonder about the jokes about politics left and right, but we'll get that.
I did pick the left.
On my right, and your left, Dorothy Leonard. She's finishing her first term in the city council. I'll let her do any more introductions than that. On my left, which is your right, Matt Harder, who works for Harder Quick Trip Service and got out of the military about a year or so ago, if I remember correctly. The format for tonight, each candidate gets about 3 to 5. Dorothy Leonard.
Thank you. So again, I'm Dorothy Leonard. I'm running for mayor, and I'm here to ask for both your vote and support tonight and tell you a little bit about me, and hopefully through the questions you'll learn more about the issues too. I want to thank you for helping me win the primary. I did gather the most votes on both campuses, which I'm very proud of. I live a block from here, and so I live by the UWL campus, but I also work at Viterbo, the other university in town. We used to be a college, but now we're a university too, so we have 2 universities in town. And I'm the administrator of natural sciences there, and love my job. I worked with the college community for about almost 20 years in different capacities. So it's great to be here, and thank you for all showing up. Now, how many people you get credit tonight for showing up? Awesome. And thank you for coming, and it's good to get 2 things. You get informed, plus you get credit. But for those of you who came also, that's great that you just came to hear what the issues are. My educational background is I have a Bachelor of Science degree in forest hydrology from Michigan Technological University. I am originally from Michigan. I grew up on very nice bay towns, always seem to end up on the water. And so I have a great appreciation for water, hence my hydrology degree. And I love the fact that when we were settling down and finding a place to live where we could work and have a good quality of life, that we picked La Crosse, Wisconsin, which is also on water, a river, a big river, not a lake, but still I appreciate that. And tonight, I'd like to expand on some of the issues. I have been on campus a lot. Again, I live just a block from here. But also as a city council member, I have reached out to the campus community in many different ways on transit issues, on trying to do legislation that increases the quality of the rentals that you all live in by, well, here's a couple good ones actually that came out of your campus. When we were doing the eco-municipality 2 years ago, you from UWL, and some of you may still even be here if you were freshmen at that time, you helped us pass that legislation. Students from UWL came down and spoke very positively about it and helped us get that passed, setting La Crosse on a good new direction and being more green and sustainable and worrying about conservation. That is your future, and so I am concerned about it for all of you, along with the fact that I have 3 adult children in the ages of 20 to 27, so I'm concerned for them too. The other thing that students came down to City Hall to help us with was political beliefs. At one time, some of the council members and the current mayor were trying to take political beliefs out of the protected rights of the community, and students came down also at that time and helped us argue it. So many of you have asked me over time, well, what difference does it make when we're here for just 1, 2, 4, 5 years? Some of you 6. Your parents are cringing, but what difference do you make? You make a huge difference. Your input when you're here is showing us what the pathways are going to be, what are the new ideas. Again, I've worked with the college community for about 20 years, and I have to say each decade has had sort of their different flavor. You guys are a great decade. The 20-somethings, you're going to do some really cool things, I can tell from the input that I have from the students that I work with. I have about 30 or 35 each year that work for me at Viterbo, and then I get to work with them academically too. But also just all the energy that you have, and I would say the optimism. In a time when the environment is a worry, you're doing something about it, so I appreciate that. So, thank you.
Thank you, Joe, and thanks everybody showing up tonight. Looks like a lot bigger crowd than I was expecting, but I'll just be real brief in my remarks about myself. My name is Matt Harder. I grew up here in the city of La Crosse on the north side. I went to school, small parochial school, and then school at Luther High School in Alaska. I just got back last year out of the military. Worked with my dad right after I got back and took some classes over at Minnesota State University in Mankato, as I did for a year before I joined the military. And now I'm here in front of you running for the mayor's office of the city. There are basically 3 things that I like to focus the crux of my campaign on, and those are, number one, trying to get spending down in the city of La Crosse. We've got a real tough tax situation right now in the city of La Crosse where elderly people are having a pretty tough time staying in their houses as the tax rate's gone up at a monstrous rate in the last 4 years. So that's the number one issue. Number two is transparency. I'll let everybody know what's going on in City Hall, what programs we're developing, what the government time and resources are being allocated to, and what programs. Number three is maintaining more communication from the people, listening to what the people have to say and gaining their input in government operations, and that goes not just for the general off-campus public, but you as well, because we do have 2 universities and 1 college in this community, which contribute immensely to our economic climate and our economic structure. We tend to be a little bit insulated from a lot of other from the economic impact that other communities have in the recession we're going through right now. So we do appreciate you making the choice to come here and choose La Crosse to continue your education. And we want you to be involved. We want to hear your input, and we want to do what we can to keep you here and keep people coming to the city of La Crosse to continue their education. So I'll cut it off there and go ahead to questions.